All right, Akshay, nice to have you here after a long time. Nice to know that you scored a CLB 10. And I'm really excited to have you and do this interview with you, right? Can you just break down your scores for us, Akshay? What were your individual scores?
Yes, sure. My overall score was 8,
Okay.
and my section wise score is speaking 7.5, writing 7.5, listening 8.5, and reading is also 8.5.
That's wonderful. Okay. All right. All right. So, can you just walk me through what you did, how you started your preparation, just a bit of your background and then about your preparation?
Sure. So I'm from Delhi. I'm born and brought up in Delhi. I have completed all my schoolings from Delhi itself, and I have completed my bachelor's education from MDU Rohtak, which is in Rohtak itself.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I have completed my master's of business administration from distance education.
Mm-hmm.
It was an online education, so I really can't comment on that. But yes, I have a master's degree as well in operations management. And
Okay.
after that, currently I'm pursuing my career as a senior software engineer in one of the leading IT MNC of India. So that was about my work experience and past history of educations. Now coming to IELTS, I have decided to take up IELTS for the purpose of immigration. I have decided to move to Canada for the purpose of immigration. And the first thing which comes to your mind when you decide to take such step is IELTS. So I decided to take this as a challenge, and I decided to take IELTS in the month of November, first time. My first exam was on 29th of November. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the desired score at that time. I missed from zero point 0.5 in one of the section, and strangely, it was reading which bothered me at that time, not the writing. I was extremely disappointed. Yes. So after that, before giving the exam in the month of October, I guess I have joined grassroots education. I came to know this via online web forms or online web pages. I was browsing through social media, and then I came across to grassroots education, and I just thought that I should give it a try and take honest feedback on my preparation, because you cannot just shoot arrows in the dark. You have to be focused, and you have to be get familiar yourself to the structure of the exam.
Right.
So that was the major thing for me. I made myself familiar with the structure of the exam. I would like to thank grassroots education for this, and I take the classes on a regular basis, and I get myself into the rhythm of giving that particular exam, making my mind used to from every section, every screen, or every kind of uh, essays, which are coming in writing task 2 specifically. So I took up the IELTS in November, as I said. I couldn't meet my desired score, and after a month of preparation again, I took my exam again on the month of February itself. So I meet my desired score, and I'm happy with that now. Finally.
Right. But what did you do specifically to work on your reading or your writing? So, how much did you score initially in all the four sections?
Yes, so I wasn't really bothered about my writing because I'm from an English background, I'm not talking about native English background, but yes, I have done my schooling and all the studies in English language. So I was very much comfortable in speaking or writing the English, but I wasn't aware about the strategies which has to be followed in the reading. For example, the spellings or the word limits. So I think that hit hard over in the first attempt. Because of that, my score fell drastically from what I could expected. Like I was expecting somewhere around 9 in my first attempt in reading specifically. I was overconfident, and then the result came, and it was a shocker for me that I just scored 6.5. So I got disappointed at that time, but I kept trying hard. I tried to find out the ways. I tried to overcome my mistake, which I did in my first attempt. For example, spellings, be it the word limit, or just don't getting to the conclusion very uh,
Quickly,
fast. So
not be
all
in a
these,
hurry.
yes,
Right.
absolutely yes. So all these things were making me, keeping me down from my desired score. So I just
Right.
overcome on them. I just tried more and more sample papers. Anything I get on internet, anything I got from IELTS grassroots education, question banks or data banks on daily basis. I kept trying that,
Great.
and eventually I came over it.
Great, great, great. So your major problem areas were spellings and word limit, right? That's
Yes,
what that's
absolutely.
that was a very minor problem to overcome. But good that your background, generally your language background, kind of helped you in the other sections as well, right? So
Yes,
you didn't have much of a problem in grammar, maybe in vocabulary, speaking the right kind of sentences, writing it the right way. That was not an issue. Okay, so your first
yes,
attempt, you scored a 7 as well. And
yes.
all right, great, great. So, just because everybody watching this video will be curious to know what you did exactly for writing and speaking, everybody has, I mean, to some extent, 85% of students have good language background, but somehow they struggle to reach even a 7 in writing or speaking. So, what did you do specifically, Akshay, to improve yourself or to work towards that score in both the sections?
Yeah, I know many of our students who are willing to attempt, or even the general candidates who are willing to attempt this IELTS test, has a very big fear of writing and speaking specifically.
Right.
So coming to the speaking part, first of all, I took speaking just like as a casual interview, not even a formal one.
That's
But yes, I prepared for that well. Uh, for example, I tried to make myself even more comfortable than ever before in speaking,
mm,
like speaking to native English speakers, uh, or even it on online chat platforms, or just trying to, replicate what they are saying in actual terms. Or even I try to, you know, uh, just copy pasting their accent as well sometimes, but that's of no use. I don't think accent matters at all in speaking test. All they want to test is your confidence and your ability to speak at length, which is a
right.
very crucial factor in speaking, I believe.
Right.
So many of the students who met me at the center were saying that we were just able to speak 1.5 minutes or close to 2 minutes. But then I realized that even in our box as well, you have always said that to speak at length, uh, you have to speak till the examiner asks you to stop.
Stop. Exactly.
Yes, so that is the biggest point where everyone is missing, and I have tried to implement that strategy on each and every question they were asking to me. I was speaking at length and with the confidence. So when you try speaking at length, ultimately your fluency will get built up. So you will get in a rhythm, or you kind of a flow where it become very easy for you to speak continuously
Speak
on any given
continuously.
topic.
Right. Right. And what about writing then? The dreaded
Uh,
section of writing.
yes. So writing, I wasn't very nervous about writing, to be very honest, because I
That's
know
good.
the yes. So I have already given the mocks 4 or 5 times. I was almost getting a 7 every
Mm,
time now and then, just a point 5 minor difference sometimes in my grammatical range, or the
yes.
number got deducted because of spelling errors.
Right.
So I know where I was lacking. I know what I have to improve, and I know the strategies for each and every essay. So
Right.
that was the main crux of my writing. I made a strategy out of every kind of essay,
Great. Great.
be it for
And
advantage, disadvantage, or any type of essay. I made a
great.
specific technique for writing that essay, and I implemented that in my actual exam as well.
That's very good. So you did that on your own, even before you thought about coaching and all of that. You did that on your own.
Uh, no, not at all. I just gained some idea, and I gained the idea that what exactly the writing is. and then I try to implement or mix it up with some of my own ideas. I try to create my own methodology. So
Hmm.
it's not a very bookish thing, or it's not very difficult.
Right.
I would say uh,
Correct.
to achieve a 7. It's not at all
Right.
difficult to achieve a 7 in writing if you just follow the right pattern. Whatever they are asking as per the band descriptor, I just copy pasted that exactly in my exam and
Wonderful.
writing both the times.
Wonderful.
And I in the second attempt, even I was hoping for getting an 8. Maybe some of the spelling got wrong, or because of the shortage of time, I couldn't proofread it in
Proof.
the end. Yes, that was
Right.
a very crucial part. Again, you have to proofread your written samples again and again. So just spare some time in the end so that you can proofread your essay and able to find some mistakes from it.
Great, great. So your confidence is definitely inspiring, and I hope that a lot of students learn from this video that it takes you to be natural in writing and in speaking, and it helps if you can understand what the band descriptors want out of you. Nothing
Absolutely.
else apart from this. Good job. And even for the listening and the reading sections, it helps if you can just work on your mistakes and try to be in the exam situation, as you said, right? So get used to sitting for 3 hours and listening to the language, or maybe reading long passages. Get used to that. Great
Yes.
insights, Akshay. This is one of the best interviews I've ever had, hands down. Great insights, and good that you knew what exactly you wanted and you were focused towards that rather than getting distracted. Right? Great. So one last thing that I want to ask you is, what do you want to tell to other students who are preparing, and other students who want a CLB 10 just like you, What do you think you would tell them as advice?
Again, I would tell, if you are not from a very comfortable English speaking background, you must take a paid service for your writing mocks as well. So this will help you to overcome your mistakes. Basically, if you are just keep repeating all those mistakes again and again, this won't help you in
Right.
the actual exam as well. So it is really important to get an honest feedback about your writing specifically, and also the same thing goes with the speaking as well. So you need to be getting a constant and parallel feedback along with the improvements, so that you can actually improve or raise your bar in the actual exam. If you are sitting at 6.5, where are most of the people are right now in terms of writing? So that won't make any difference if you keep repeating all those mistakes again and again and reattempting and spending all your resources and money. So just get an honest feedback. And coming to grassroots, I have always got my opinion or the feedbacks on my essay really well explained. I clearly understood what I was doing wrong in terms of writing and speaking. So very big thanks to you and sir
No, thank you.
for doing this and making me more comfortable and more confident in writing and speaking.
Great.
And coming to listening and reading part, obviously the key is concentration and hard work
Right.
and practice. The more you practice, the more comfortable you will get, the more tricks you will know, because there's a specific and straightforward pattern. So trips, uh, there's no shortcuts in reading or listening, I guess. So the more you practice, the more better you become.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nice, Akshay, that you utilize the feedbacks. I guess you utilized just about 5 to 6 feedbacks before your exam, right?
Right.
And then,
Right.
and then you took another attempt, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I did only 5 feedbacks. I was confident enough that I have now finally overcome my mistakes,
Yes.
and I finally implemented those in my actual exams as well.
Right. Right.
So
Right. I vaguely remember that even your first mock was very good. So it was close to it was in fact more than a 7, if I can correctly remember. Very few students score a 7 in their first mock, and I was kind of rechecking if there were any mistakes that the team missed. Anyway, good job, Akshay. Great job done. And I truly hope that you keep up this tempo throughout your journey towards immigration.
absolutely.
Right? All right. All right. So it was nice having you, Akshay, in this very powerful and insightful interview. I wish you the best, and I also hope that you, as I said, follow the same tempo. All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay then, Akshay. Bye bye. Nice having you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.